Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi, and today we're going to talk about all of the top 5 tools for finding the most profitable yields of DeFi platforms. How can you make the most money out of DeFi? These are some tools that I've used that have been quite helpful. Not only the important thing is, yes, you can certainly find DeFi platforms that are giving you 10,000% APY a year, but how can you keep those profits? How can you mitigate the risk and find a balance between those super high APYs and avoiding a hack or avoiding an exit scam? These are the tools that can help you do that. So first up on the list is Multifarm. I will provide links to all of these down below in the video description, but this one is really important because it gives you a lot of different ways to sort out the information based on the DeFi platforms. You can sort out based on liquidity, which is huge. Also, it shows you the yearly and the daily percentages for those of you who see a big number, but you want to know what that means, what you're going to be making per day, because let's be honest, how many people are actually lending or being a liquidity provider for a year entirely? How many liquidity pools have existed for a year so far? Not that many. So that's why this one's pretty interesting. Also, it shows the blockchain or blockchains that a particular DeFi platform functions on. So if it's on Ethereum, but it's also on, say, Polygon or Avalanche or Solana or something different, and you can save on fees, and that can lower your barrier of entry to participate in this DeFi platform, then that's great too. Also, it tells you which coins your profits are paid in. This is very important, especially like I mentioned in the past video, naming the most profitable DeFi platforms and the pairs that you can use to achieve those. Are you giving your tried and true cryptocurrencies to this new platform and they're just paying you in a coin that they can just print the crap out of, much like the Federal Reserve? That's something to pay attention to. So also, if that's the case, what are your plans with those profits? Are you going to keep it in that coin, or are you going to trade them right away into something more secure, something that I might consider doing? This is not financial advice. It's all for entertainment and educational purposes only. Okay, the next tool that we are getting over is CoinMarketCap.com. I know I've done a video on this one. How many years ago has it been when Binance bought CoinMarketCap.com and the conflict of interest that one represents? But anyway, regardless, it's something that you should pay attention to, and it's actually quite obvious, especially if you go to the yield farming tool on CoinMarketCap.com and you go to the most profitable ones. I think the top 20 are PancakeSwap, which functions on Binance Smart Chain. So is showing their colors there. But this one is a really helpful tool to show you, again, the type of profit you can make on PancakeSwap. If you guys are okay with that one, it's a decent DeFi platform. It's definitely bolstered its security over the years. A year, 2 years, how long has it existed? Not that long. But the most important tool that CoinMarketCap.com shows on this tool is it has an impermanent loss calculator. So for those of you who are aware of impermanent loss, but you're not sure exactly how much risk is actually happening, within this link that I'm going to put down below in the video description, I highly recommend you check it out. In the chart, it shows if it's a high or low risk for impermanent loss, but then more specifically, they have this impermanent loss calculator where you can put in your pairs, you can put in the weighted average of the pairs, and you can calculate exactly how much risk you're about to take on, and then that can help you decide how much money you actually want to lock up to within that liquidity pool. So I think that's a great tool. Next up, we have DefiPulse.com. This one is always geared towards the Ethereum-based DeFi, Ethereum being the king of DeFi that it is. That's where basically all DeFi platforms first start. Not all of them, obviously, but it's a huge market. It's got a huge market share of DeFi. So it is what it is. DefiPulse is great for showing the TVL of DeFi platforms on Ethereum. also known as a total value locked. How much money is currently being stored within the smart contracts of these DeFi platforms? Also, you can click on these DeFi platforms' names within DefiPulse, and on the left-hand side of the screen, they show a list. Hopefully there's a list for this platform that you're looking at of the history of their security audits. So it's really interesting for those of you who want to practice doing your own research. Highly recommend it. You can click on the history of their audits and see how they have improved over time. Hopefully they have. If they haven't, then there's your red flag. Next up, we have DefiLlama.com. It's very similar to DefiPulse, except this one is all-inclusive. It shows you the DeFi TVL of basically all DeFi platforms, whether it be Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Avalanche, everyone basically. And so it's much more inclusive and much more, I think, well-rounded perspective of what's happening on DeFi. And in addition to checking out DeFi, you can check out what's happening on decentralized exchanges, airdrops, lending, insurance, a lot of different aspects happening within the smart contract realm of cryptocurrencies. So DefiLlama is a pretty cool one. And lastly, we have my new favorite, DefiYield.app/audit-database. A link for it will be down below in the video description. This one, in my opinion, is really cool. You can specify which blockchains you're looking at. You can specify what category of DeFi you're looking at. You can and which auditors are providing reports. You can say, like, I want to see what's going to happen with everything, and you can manually search or type in basically whatever platform you want to check out. Type it in, let's say Anchor. That's a one everyone's always asking me about. Type in Anchor on here, click OK, and then you'll see the list of audits that they've had, and you can actually read the actual report from the security audit company that has done the audit. And they're very easy to understand for beginners because very often they provide a succinct summary of the red flags, if they found any, how severe they were, and then from there you can go and really deep dive. So for those of you who want to know how to research a DeFi platform to see its security, this is an excellent tool. I highly recommend it because DeFi safety is cool, but it's like all in-house, whereas and they just kind of give you a percentage of to gauge roughly how secure this one is. But this one, DefiYield.app, it actually shows you the legitimate report from different security audit firms. So you can get a much more well-rounded perspective of what's happening with this DeFi platform. So that's it. Those are my secret tools, guys, of how to find the best yield for DeFi and how to keep those profits by participating in as secure DeFi platforms as you can to get those profits. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button and also hit subscribe. And I'll see you again real soon. In the meantime, I hope you're staying happy and healthy. I'll see ya. Bye.